What if I told you one port in Europe could shift the balance of global trade, and the United States is desperate to stop it? Today, we're uncovering the story of the Port of Piraeus, the Chinese investment that shocked Europe, and why Washington is panicking. Although China and the United States have reached an agreement, and the U.S. has paused its Section 301 investigation into China's shipbuilding sector, Washington's goal of limiting China's influence in shipping remains unchanged. On November 14th, the United States raised explicit concerns about China's operational role in the Port of Piraeus. Some officials even urged Greece to push China out, claiming it would be safer and more reliable if the U.S. stepped in instead. But Greece responded firmly. China helped us during our most difficult time. We will absolutely not drive away our Chinese friends. So, why is the United States so anxious about Piraeus? And why is this port so significant to China? If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe to my channel to stay updated on all our latest videos. Let's dive in. Piraeus is Greece's largest port and one of the busiest container ports in the Mediterranean. Its proximity to the Suez Canal makes it a key first stop for ships traveling from Asia to Europe. Compared to northern European ports, ships can save at least 7 days traveling through Piraeus, cutting transportation costs. This strategic location has earned it the title of the southern gateway of the Eurasian trade route. But Piraeus has had a troubled past. By 2005, the Greek government had concealed its fiscal deficit for years. By 2009, the financial crisis hit, and Greece's fiscal system nearly collapsed, affecting the state-owned Piraeus Port Authority. Budgets were slashed, workers went on strike over unpaid wages, and operational efficiency fell sharply. Aging equipment and limited investment meant cargo often piled up, and shipping companies started avoiding the port. Industry insiders even advised avoid Piraeus unless you have no choice. Even before the crisis, the port faced serious challenges. Annual throughput was only 700,000 TEU, while ports like Valencia, Barcelona, and Genoa handled over 4 million TEU. Facilities were outdated, machinery worn, the yard overcrowded, layouts chaotic, and information systems nearly non-existent. Nighttime operations were practically impossible, and equipment failures could take weeks to fix. Complaints from shipping companies were ignored. In short, Piraeus was slow, disorganized, and expensive, a port most shippers avoided. By 2009, Greece's economic crisis forced the government to sell the port. But investors were hesitant. Fixing Piraeus would take years, and profitability was uncertain. European countries showed no interest. China, however, saw potential. In 2009, a subsidiary of COSCO Shipping Group took a 35-year concession of Piraeus for $960 million, but only paid $57 million up front, with the rest to be covered through future revenue sharing and fees. By 2016, COSCO acquired 51% of the Port Authority for $324 million, with plans to increase its stake further. Under Chinese management, Piraeus was transformed. Terminals were expanded for larger ships, water deepened, quay walls reinforced, and new berths constructed. Outdated equipment was replaced, automated yards and logistics centers built, and an AI-based information system introduced. Dozens of state-of-the-art container cranes and modern trailers were deployed, dramatically improving efficiency. Management restructuring further optimized operations. The results were astonishing. Piraeus became one of the most modern ports in the eastern Mediterranean. Major shipping companies like Maersk, MSC, and Ocean Alliance began calling at Piraeus regularly. By 2020, annual throughput exceeded 5.7 million TEU, ranking among the top 3 in the Mediterranean and top 10 in Europe, earning the nickname the Piraeus Miracle. China didn't stop there. It developed a sea-rail intermodal network linking the port to Europe's hinterland, creating the fastest logistics corridor from East Asia to Europe. Piraeus was no longer just a Greek port. It became a European gateway. The upgrades created over 10,000 direct and indirect jobs and boosted local transport, dining, and services. Tax revenue, dividends, and investment returns provided critical support for a debt-stricken Greece. Today, Piraeus can accommodate ultra-large 24,000 TEU vessels with 18-meter drafts, handle containers across 24 rows, and boasts reinforced quay walls, all modernizations achieved under Chinese management. Now, the United States wants China out of Piraeus. The request reportedly came from U.S. Ambassador to Greece, Kimberly Guilfoyle, suggesting increased U.S. investment as a counterbalance. While this was her personal view, it reflected broader U.S. concerns. The U.S. has long opposed Chinese control of Piraeus, which stands as a highly successful Belt and Road Initiative project in Europe. The transformation of a near-abandoned port into a major hub carries immense influence. Washington fears other countries might follow suit and welcome Chinese investment. This is not a new pattern. When Greece first considered selling the port, China's bid followed a normal commercial tender process. Yet some EU countries opposed non-EU control, and the US expressed so-called security concerns. Western media hyped claims of Greece selling its sovereignty and China controlling Europe's gateway. Ironically, no Western company wanted to take the port. It was China's willingness to invest that revived it. By 2016, when China sought to increase its stake, opposition grew stronger, with European Commission members intervening and the US applying pressure through media channels. But Greece, recovering economically, saw no reason to halt cooperation. The deal with China was completed smoothly. When the U.S. now demands China be expelled, Greece responded resolutely. During our most difficult times, China lent a helping hand. We will never drive away our Chinese friends. This response reflects years of support, including bond purchases during Greece's financial crisis, importing Greek agricultural products, promoting tourism, and investing in key infrastructure sectors like the power grid, logistics, and shipping. Greece also recognizes the U.S. alternative investment might be empty promises. Replacing the port operator with an inexperienced participant would risk Greek livelihoods. Piraeus belongs to Greece and should not be a pawn for political competition. To stay updated on future projects and news, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We'll continue to bring you exciting, in-depth content.